Viewers' discretion is advised. Excuse me.
And now that El Salvador is internationally considered safer than Sweden, what will you do as far as, or when will you consult its president, that is El Salvador's president, Nayib Bukele, on his advice directly to you about arresting and incarcerating your way out of violent crime? Because although you say you don't believe that you can arrest or incarcerate your way out of it, there's been a significant drop that we verified in the country.
Got it.
Yeah, look, I still think it's boneheaded to believe that somehow that if you fill prisons up in America, that's going to guarantee safety. We've already done that. You know.
He just told you that the leader of El Salvador, my friend, El Salvador, he just claimed that the crime in El Salvador is down. And the reporter was asking him, would you try to consult with the president of El Salvador to see if incarcerations does work for the city of Chicago? Well, that's boneheaded. I don't believe in crime. Crime doesn't exist. Brandon Johnson, dude, you just want the worst for the people of Chicago, don't you? Dude, the number one problem in Chicago is crime. What the hell is wrong with you? Yes, taxes is a problem, but we can't even pay taxes. We can't even be around to pay taxes or be around to feel bad about taxes if we're dead, dude. Is that like, do people understand that you can't do anything if you're 6 feet in the ground? And this is what is ultimately happening in the city of Chicago. People are dying every single day. And we're not just talking about adults here. We're talking about as far as from ages to 7, 5. Guys, I remember one year an infant got shot in the car. This is no joke. Brandon Johnson, you like, why do you make it less convenient for criminals? I don't understand you, dude. You're asking criminals to basically wreak havoc on the city of Chicago. And you're claiming that crime is down 11%. We're going to get into that later, guys, but let's just continue. It ain't boneheaded, you jerk. You're a bonehead. You probably need a bone. Fat ass.
There's no other place on the planet where more people have been incarcerated than the United States of America. And what we have seen historically is that
that's because America promote the most degeneracy. You know, like our traditional values went down the toilet, you know, because we decided that, you know, being gay was cool, and black people, just because they're black, them being violent is justified because of slavery. That's ultimately what happened. And not even just in America, in Western civilization as well, guys. You see our culture actually leaking off onto other countries, even countries like Sudan, guys. I mean, you got feminists in China. It's like, guys, I'm not gonna lie to you, this is really, really bad. But when it comes to the whole incarceration thing, I mean, yeah, Americans do dumb shit all day. And if I just want to add, you do know that blacks, and we're talking about blacks all around the world here, like no other race was more incarcerated around the world than black people. We're not talking about American black. We're talking about just people with skin like mine, okay? So he needs to take that into consideration for sure.
even with that, I don't know, reckless approach towards safety, that it just doesn't work. Now, here's what we know. We do.
So the crime isn't reckless, but getting the crime off of the street is reckless. Did anybody just catch that? This guy is seriously fucking retarded, bro. It's like, I don't even get that point. What point was you trying to make? The number one problem in Chicago is crime, sir. This is why businesses are ultimately leaving. That and homelessness as well. Another problem in Chicago. But If people are saying that locking up criminals work, which is a common sense thought, even a child can understand that bad people need to be put away. If people understand this, and then we have proof that this worked, we don't even have to get to El Salvador. We could just look in Washington, D.C. when Trump sent the National Guard there. Only one homicide, guys, and I'm debating if that even happened under the National Guard. So I'm going to say 0 homicides under the National Guard when Donald Trump released them in Washington, D.C. I think Minnesota needs this treatment. Chicago needs the treatment. New York, California. Hey, we got to keep our big cities safe, guys.
Do know that if we invest in people, that has a greater chance to transform communities. In fact, I was just with many of my colleagues in D.C., the U.S. Conference of Mayors, where we discussed driving violence down in our respective cities. And the cities that embrace the model that we have embraced here in Chicago, that's where you're seeing the greatest precipitous decline in violence. And here's the other part that's pretty cool. It's all being led by...
I know this guy is not serious. You think people are jealous of Chicago because you actually think that crime... Guys, you know something? This guy actually think crime is down. I thought this was just some political garbage, but I think this guy actually think crime is down. He can't be serious, right? You think these other mayors are jealous of you because they think you got crime down in Chicago? That's not true. The reports of crime are down. If nothing gets reported, I mean, how can you put it in a statistic? That doesn't make sense, my guy. And here's another thing, dude. You're basically saying a whole bunch of nothing with I don't know if that's a man purse on the side of your water bottle there, but dude, you are sounding like the biggest fool ever. Don't try to throw other mayors under the bus, nigga. They don't agree with you, okay?
Mayors who represent the values of working people, right? So we've seen decline in Baltimore, seen a decline in Birmingham. There's been a decline in violence in Cleveland, in Los Angeles.
Such a race baiter. Such a race baiter. Gotta name all blue cities, and you gotta name basically the top murder capitals of America. Bodymore? What are you talking about, bro? People get murked in Baltimore every day. Cleveland? What? What? Like, what are you talking about, dude? But let's just finish this video.
In Oakland, and in Chicago, of course, right? And so I believe that our motto is proof concept that we don't have to have the failed, stale practice and policy of this exaggerated, sort of idea that somehow if you just lock more people up, that guarantees safety, which we didn't see that in the 90s.
What else guarantees safety then? If getting bad people off of the street because they committed bad acts don't keep people safe, then nigga, what does? Tell us the answer to that then, because you can't keep saying focusing on mental health. These people don't want your help, you dumbass nigga. They don't want your help. If I have a mental health issue, and if I want to fix the problem, the first step is admitting I have a problem, dude. What are you talking about? It works because some people just want to do crime. And every time you guys let these clowns back on the street, thanks to the Safety Act, signed by J.B. Pritzker, by the way, fat ass, another fat ass, I should say. Dude, you're just putting lives in jeopardy when you do this. This is stupid. It's ultimately dumb. Let's just finish out this video.
We didn't see that in the early 2000s, but we are certainly seeing it under my administration that investing people is the quickest and the most prudent way to build the safe and affordable communities. Thank you for that.
And now that...
Yeah, see, thumbnail right there, guys. Got him. Boom. What this nigga talking about? What is he talking about, okay? Now, I don't know why he bring up Los Angeles, Oakland, Cleveland, and all these other blue cities that are literally like homicide crazy. Now, I don't know if that was just a free advertisement for them, for those cities, or you're just doing like a free campaign or something like that. But my guy, focus on the city of Chicago. Every time you open your mouth, you're talking about something that doesn't have anything to do with the city. Why do you care so much, dude? Chicago is a piece of you know what. And you're sitting up here talking about, oh, well, Baltimore crime is down too. And let's be honest, maybe those cities' crime is actually down. But how is that relevant to the conversation? How is that relevant to... First of all, I don't even think this nigga answered the question. Would you have a conversation with the leader of El Salvador about how locking up criminals clears up crime? Oh, well, that's boneheaded. Like my brain. Yeah, I guess my thing is this, y'all. Brandon Johnson cannot be reelected. This man cannot be reelected. Please, ladies and gentlemen, do not vote blue, no matter who. I forgot I had the shirt on. We can't allow this to happen, okay? If we allow this man or any progressive-ass mayor to get in this seat in 2027, guys, I'm sorry to say, but we're going to be the next New York City, guys. A lot of people are already saying that we're worse than New York. But, hey, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, Brandon Johnson, he's put this city $41.1 billion in debt. It's not even 1.5 billion. It's 41.1 billion because they're not using a corporate blueprint, to account all of the things like when it comes to nonprofit organizations, school districts. They're not accounting all of that, and they're not adding that to the deficit, if that makes sense, guys. So, yeah, this guy is retarded, basically, okay? Long story short. And we definitely need police. We definitely need ICE. And I'm so sick and tired of having these black race baiters, these black leaders in our country speak for us. You guys don't speak for all people of America, especially minorities, okay? So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I really do appreciate you guys hitting that like button lately. It's unbelievable, honestly, guys, but you gotta keep hitting that like button, guys. You gotta keep commenting, liking, subscribing, helping out the algorithm, guys. It really do help the channel a lot because I've been shadow banned. I've been actually banned. They take my videos down, guys. It's getting crazy, okay? So please like the video. Please, okay? I'll see you next time. I'm out of here. Peace out.